Hey guys, it's Kayla and this is On the Fritz, where we talk about books in a hot mess fashion. Today I'm going to be hauling some books I've been acquiring over quarantine. So these are all historical romance books, minus 3 small things. Also, sidebar, this is my first makeup look with my Sailor Moon collection. And I'm kind of feeling the body glitter, you guys. Like, this is fun for filming. Okay, so let's get into the books. Most of these I bought secondhand, minus 3. So let's get started. So the first things are, these are the ones that aren't historical romance. And I got 3 single issues of Saga by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. I bought them as a set on, what's it called? Mercari, the Mercari app. That's where I got most of these things because I'll sell like Penny's old clothes or some of my old clothes on there, and then I get credit, and then I use that credit to buy books mostly. So it kind of turns out to be a win-win. But I bought this because I wanted this single issue cover, which has a clinch cover like the romance book, historical romance books. With these two, and I just had to have it in my collection. For Saga, I am collecting just the large books, the hardcover books. So I'm not collecting the single issues, but I wanted to have this one in particular. So this is issue 15, and then with it came, I think 16 and 17. Yeah, so this is 16 with the news guys, and then 17 with Prince Robot. So got these used, they're in great condition, and now they need to go back into their bag and board. Okay, the rest of these are historical romances, so here we go. So the new ones I got, these are the only new books I got, and that is their Bare Knuckle Bastard trilogy by Sarah MacLean. Daring and the Duke is a new release, and so she was doing a thing where if you ordered these from Word bookstore in Brooklyn, I believe, you can get them signed. So I ordered all 3 books. So I got Wicked and the Wallflower, which is actually the first historical romance I've ever read, and that was last summer, so summer 2019. So we're kind of coming full circle here. Here's the step back. These ones are so tight, so I don't want to pull it too much, but I just love the design of this trilogy so much. And this one's signed to Kayla, Live Wicked. Book 2 is Brazen and the Beast. The only one I read was book 2, Wicked and the Wallflower, so I'm definitely wanting to reread that one and read these 3 books ASAP. Step back. Oh, so pretty. And this one says, For Kayla to the Year of You, signed Sarah. And then finally Daring in the Duke in a gorgeous yellow. And this one, For Kayla, Be Daring. So, so excited. And so now the rest of these are historical romances that are used, and I believe I got all of these on the Mercari app, just like with the comics. So I'm wanting to collect these Zebra Romance Heartgram, Lovegram. So I think these are the Lovegram. So the ones with this, the holographic sticker in the corner are the Zebra Romance, the Zebra Lovegram books, and then the ones that just have like the heart are the Heart Fire. I love both of them because the covers are very vibrant, and I'm wanting to collect all the Texas ones. And there's 2 Montana ones. I'm originally from Montana. I live in Texas, so I think it's fun to collect these that have those state titles in there. But this one is Texas Triumph by Victoria Thompson. She has a few Texas books in this line. And the blurb says, she hired him to protect her and wanted him to take her. Ooh, so this is kind of like a bodyguard romance, I'm thinking. Like American historical. Let's see if I can see a year. Okay, I can't quite pick out a year for this one, but this one is obviously in Texas, so it is a historical Western. Another lovegram, oh, this one's so gorgeous, is The Captain's Captive. This one's by Christine Dorsey, and the blurb says she was his willing prisoner of passion. So I'm guessing, I guess this is like a pirate or captain. So this one has like an American sea captain and a British heroine. So a date in here is set, it's set in 1812. And there is the term Yankee in here, so I'm thinking it's kind of set place off of the New England coast somewhere. Another lovegram by Victoria Thompson is Wild Texas Promise. I love the pinks and purples in this one. And like the sunset. Oh, so pretty. It's like a glare. The blurb said, she hated the rude gunslinger all day, but wanted him all night. So hired gun, so this looks like another like bodyguard. So this is a Zebra Regency romance. I've seen some people collect this in their historical romance mystery boxes. This one's a Christmas keepsake, and this one sounds so good. So I did read this when I read the blurb when I first got this in, but this is a time travel holiday romance. And so this girl goes into this antique shop and she sees the snow globe, and it looks like the person looks like this famous painter, and then he's painting a picture of a woman, and the woman looks like her, and then like I think she gets like sucked in back in time. So I'm not sure of the time periods. This was printed in 91, so I'm assuming that was the modern day, so early 90s. And I'm not sure, yeah, there's no date sticking out. But I mean, she is, I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell with like the styles. Like I'm not quite sure how, what the dates are for this one, but the premise sounds really fun. Another lovegram, Wild Western Bride by Rosalind Azelbrook. So this one, they're just in a field. I love the contrast with the red sticker. It says she needed a husband and he wanted to love her, so it looks like a marriage of convenience. And the blurb said, once he found her, he could never let her go. And this one's set in 1890. This one is Fern Michaels' White Fire. This came in a set of other covers that I wanted, so this one just kind of slipped in there. This is a historical romance set in 16th century Russia, during the reign of Ivan the Terrible. Ooh. So, okay, this kind of sounds like, what's that book called? That Barbarian series, the first one, like okay, I'll have a cover up here. This kind of sounds like that. So it's like the heroine is on a vengeance quest against the marauders who destroyed her village and stole her horses in the name of Tsar. So a little. Okay. Nor will she rest until she has killed the man who took her innocence. Ooh. Never does she dream that her irresistible seducer, a Mongol prince, will help her avenge her people and reclaim her horses. Those horses. Together they harness the fires of fury and passion that consume them. And together they forge a destiny as magnificent as the land and the love that is their glorious heritage. Okay, so does it quite sound like that one book? This one may be problematic depending on who does what and you know what. But hey, that's stands out in the crowd here. Another state one I have is Nevada Temptation. Another lovegram. Oh, that bareback in the mountains, the water, like the lake. Oh, so pretty. This one's by Gwen Cleary. Okay, so it sounds like the heroine is next in line like to inherit some land from her uncle, and the hero won that inheritance in a poker game. So it's like those two are trying to duke it out for this land. Ooh, that sounds good. And this is set in 1880. Next up is Wild Texas Angel by Mary Martin, another lovegram. This sticker is like way smaller than the other ones. I don't know if this is just like a later edition. His savage passion set her aflame. Oh, okay, so this one has, this is a native romance, so we all know those could be questionable. Okay, so this is a Civil War romance. That's cool. So this is set in 1861, which is the beginning of Civil War. And the hero is Comanche, but I don't know if he's Comanche, but he has like a Harvard degree, and so he's trying to, you know, appease and fit in with the white man, I guess. And somehow maybe he's a Confederate soldier as well. I don't know. The Civil War is in there somewhere. That's interesting. This is one of my favorite covers. This is Texas Dawn by Vivian Vaughn. Oh, so patriotic. I love it. So she surrendered without shame to the heat of his embrace. So reading the blurb, this kind of sounds like a second chance romance, and it's like a captive romance. So the hero captures the heroine to like save her, and that's about all it says. I'm not sure. So I think this is another Civil War romance. This is 1863. There's a prologue in 61, so I think that's kind of when they first have a fling. And I don't know if she maybe goes looking for him and gets in trouble and then blah blah blah, but so pretty. And I think this is my most crusty one, but it's still gorgeous, and this is Quicksilver Passion by Georgina Sentry. This is like flaking along the edges, but it still looks, oh, so pretty. She didn't believe in love until he stole her heart. So this sounds like it's set in Colorado, and the heroine owns her own bar, and she like earned it on her own without, you know, having to do anything, you know, without any man, and so she's kind of sworn off men. And then in comes our hero and just, you know, shakes up her world, as they like to do. Okay, so the rest of these all came in one large box. So some of these I got for the cover, and some were just in there. So I have, I think, is this a series? So I have The Rebel, and it's the Men of Pride Country by Rosalind West. It has number 3, yeah. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I got a series and I didn't even know it. Okay, so 1 is The Outcast. These are all still kind of pretty. Forbidden Love. When war began, the boys of Pride Country went to fight off for honor and glory. They returned as men, war ravaged, shattered, yet determined to find love and rebuild their lives in a world that had crumbled around them. These are their stories. Okay, I want to read what some of the, okay, so it says, is with a heavy heart that Reeve returns to Pride Country. His half-brother had joined the Southern cause and died a hero, while Reeve fought for the North, earning, these are all like historical, Civil War books, earning the contempt of his town, his family, and his brother's fiancée, Patrice Sinclair. She is the only woman he has ever loved. Oh, so this is the brother who's in love with his dead brother's fiance. Gotcha. And he's like a pariah because he fought from the North. So this one's The Outsider. What was the first one? The Outcast. The Outsider. From the moment Hamilton set eyes on the Southern beauty Starla, sparks flew. She was flirtatious, everything he was not. And yet he couldn't get her out of his mind, so he asked her to marry him, never dreaming she'd say yes. After all, he was a Yankee who'd come to Pride Country to rebuild his life, and she was one of the town's leading belles. She agreed to be his wife in name only because she needed a strong man to protect her honor. Ah, marriage of convenience. Kinda, sorta. This one's The Rebel. These sound so good. Noble Banning has been forced to don the hated Yankee blue and fight on the western frontier, or else spend the rest of the war in hellish Union prison. But that was before he met the temptress Beauty, who would change his life and his soul. At first, he didn't give Juliet a second look. The Yankee commanding officer's daughter is nothing but the hoop skirt bells. Okay, so the commander's daughter, yes. And finally is the Pretender. That one's pretty. In the heat of the Civil War, blue uniform Deacon Sinclair was nursed to health by beautiful Garnet Davis. Yes. First he captured her heart, and then he stole her innocence, for he was neither really wounded nor Union, and though he took away valuable information to his gray coat comrades, he left something behind. A babe he never knew was his? Oh my god! So this is like spy / secret gate baby. Ooh, these all sound amazing. Wow. Okay, yay. Never judge a book by its cover, y'all. So this one is Texas Flame by Catherine Creel. I have some of her other books that I showed you earlier. This one isn't the Lovegram, but still it's got Texas in the title and I want it. Sounds like it's a ranch hand falling for the farmer's daughter. Another Catherine Creel is Wild Texas Loving. This one is bent right here. Still really pretty. Seducing him was a small price to pay, but she hadn't bargained on losing her heart. Oh. If she can make him fall in love with her, she could save her brother's life. Okay, gotcha. 1874. Another Catherine Creel is Wild Texas Rose. This cover's a little weird. She was too wild even for the great state of Texas. That's my girl. His only battle was his need to tame her reckless heart. 1876, just like the other book. I think these are in the same series. Okay, so it sounds like she is sent to Europe to find a husband. So our heroine is a Texas gal. But a trip to Europe was arranged to land this fiery cowgirl a husband. And the guy is a Highlander, and she gets abducted. Okay, this has a lot going on in it. Okay, I'll keep with it because I think these are all in the same thing. Texas Wedding by Catherine Creel. These books, like, everything seems so small. He abandoned her on their wedding night. Now he's come to claim his bride. Yes. Second chance type thing. 1876. So I'm wondering if these are all just people from the same town, maybe. He left her heartbroken and alone on her wedding night. An abandoned bride whose scandalous arranged marriage made her the object of cruel scorn and mockery. After 6 years, he has come home. So, second chance with a marriage of convenience. Oh yeah. Another are these all Catherine Creel? Okay. Another Catherine Creel is Westward Angel. This one looks a little different going off the cover. This one's 1889 in the Oklahoma Territory. So it just kind of sounds like she's trying to find land for her family in the Oklahoma Territory, and the hero is her rescuer. So me. Another Catherine Creel is Nevada Captive. That one's so pretty. This is a Lovegram. He trapped her with desire and snared her with ecstasy. So is this a captive romance, I'm assuming? Yeah, it just says like they're together. So it sounds like he came to the town to fix the town, and then I don't know if he's like sheriff or something. Got 2 left. So my last Catherine Creel. This one's so pretty, and this is Texas Spitfire with all these flowers. Another just pure silver Lovegram hollow sticker. She had 100 reasons to hate him and 1,000 ways to love him. Ooh, girl. So it sounds like their heroine is gonna get like written out of a will, and so she has a marriage of convenience with an oil tycoon. Ooh, that sounds good. This is a thick one. 1898. My last one is A Man's Touch by Rosalind West. Very blue. Very monochrome. Destined to be the next star of historical... Okay, that's not about the book. This one's set in Wyoming, and this is about a gal who's taking care of her brother, and she works at a way station. And the hero comes in, and he is injured, and she has to nurse him back to health. I love that trope, so this one sounds really good as well. You peek at a year. Ooh, this text is tiny. I hate it when, I mean, it's a historical, but yet you don't know when it's supposed to take place. Which I guess it doesn't always matter, but it's nice to have some context. Yeah. No years sticking out, so yeah, those are all the books I bought during quarantine. One of my last hauls, I think those books were during quarantine as well. So yeah, I am tempted to get a historical romance mystery box. At the same time though, we just moved into our house and I don't have any bookshelves. So all my books are just sitting in piles / still in moving boxes. So yeah, it's kind of a lose situation. We're trying to remedy buying bookshelves, but as with buying a new house, especially one that needs updates like this one, it's hard to kind of prioritize what you need to get. But anyways, thanks for watching. That was really fun to actually read through the blurbs and find